I'm terribly sorry, Albert.
Dearest, you don't seem to realize who's singing.
I know, young Mrs. Cooper Cooper.
If it were just a relative, it wouldn't be half so embarrassing.
But Mr. Cooper Cooper is one of your most important clients. I haven't forgot. But what could I do? I had to sneeze.
But you did it right in the middle of her area. And 5 times.
Because I had to sneeze 5 times. Albert, suppose someday in the future I had to sneeze.
Then you sneeze, naturally. Don't you worry. After all, I'm taking you for better or for worse. Do you think you may have to sneeze again?
I don't know. I can't guarantee it.
Well, then let's not take any chances. Why don't you go in the library and rest a while and see how things develop? Make yourself comfortable, read a book. I think I better go back for the encore.
Yes, dear. Cousin Henry.
Yes, Cousin Martha.
You must never do anything like that again.
Is that what you came back here to tell me?
I think it's outrageous. I hardly know you. Why, even Albert, my own fiancé, never dared to...
Is she?
Of course he kissed me. Why not? After all, we're engaged. But he never kissed me like that.
Like what?
Oh, I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know why I stay in the same room with you.
Please forgive me. But can't we be friends? Just friends?
Never.
Now look, we're going to be related, aren't we? And we're going to see each other. How can we help it?
I suppose we can't.
And if we meet in the future, we don't have to talk about personal things, about you and me. Let's talk about something neutral. For instance, Albert.
Why not?
By the way, do you love Albert?
I'm marrying him, am I not?
Are you?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You can't. You haven't got the book.
What book?
How to Make Your Husband Happy.
Well, it might interest you to know that I went back and bought it.
Does it tell you how to make a man happy whom you don't love?
Now, look here, Cousin Henry. Albert's a fine man. Yes, he is. He's good, and he has integrity. And he's full of high ideals.
Do you love him?
Well, I'm going to make him a very fine wife. At least I'm going to try my best. There'll never be a moment in his whole life when he'll ever regret having married me. And if you ask me one more question, I'm going to leave this room and I'll never come back again. Never.
I still can't understand it. An angel like you and Albert, it doesn't make sense. Why do you want to marry him?
Well, you see, I always wanted to live in New York. I don't want to say anything against Kansas. Life on my father's estate. Don't misunderstand me. We have all the modern conveniences and luxuries, but... Oh, you don't know Father and Mother.
Well, I've only just met them.
Don't you think they're sweet?
Well, yes, very sweet.
Yes, they are. But it's not very easy to live with them. You see, most of the time, they don't talk to one another. And whenever a young man... And there were some very nice ones.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
If one of them asked for my hand and my mother said yes, my father said no. And when my father said yes, my mother said no. But Albert came at one of those rare moments when they were both on speaking terms. And if I hadn't said yes, who knows when my parents might have been talking to each other again. I might have spent the rest of my life in Kansas. Don't misunderstand me. I love Kansas. It's just that I don't feel like living there. Besides that, I didn't want to be an old maid. Not in Kansas!
Well, you're going to live right here in New York, and you don't have to marry Albert.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You're going to get married, but not to Albert. And yet you won't even have to change the initials on your linen. You're going to marry me.
Oh, we can't do that. How can I marry you? I'm not even engaged to you.
Martha, do you love me?
Why, I hardly know you.
You don't need to know anything when you love. Love needs no introduction. You love or you don't love.
You're mad. You don't know what you're saying. You must be out of your mind.
Do you love me or don't you?
Trying to take away the fiancé of your own cousin, causing a family scandal.
Do you love me?
Yes. Oh, why did you ever come into my life?
To make you happy. To hold you in my arms forever.
I'll never be able to look my father in the face. I'll never be able to go back to Kansas again.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, I wish I were dead.
Look, let's get away. Let's get married immediately, right away, tonight.
You mean elope?
That's what I mean.
But where would you go? Oh, I never did such a thing before. I feel so helpless. I haven't got a thing with me. Oh, I wish I were dead.
Romeo and Juliet ran away from home. They didn't stop to say goodbye. When Leander swam the Hellespont to his beloved, he didn't bother to take a suitcase along. When Kristen falls in love with a soldier, they have to sing for 3.5 hours. And all I'm asking you to do is to hop into a cab and drive to the first justice of the peace. What are we waiting for?
What happened?
They left in a cab. They're going to get married.
Married?
Frederick!
Oh, Randolph, where does he get it from?
Now, Bertha, keep a stiff upper lip. Sir, I am still too dazed to express myself clearly, but I assure you that the sentiments of our family are with you.
If this happened at home, my husband would jump on a horse and lasso them back.
Don't you tell me what I would do. But there's one thing I am going to do. Disinherit her. She'll never see another nickel of mine.
We came here from Kansas a happy family.
Well, anyway, a family.
We loved our Martha.
Don't mention her name again. And if she comes crawling back to me on her knees, she'll find the door closed. And don't you open it.
Please, dear family, thank you for your efforts to comfort me in my bereavement. But I feel there are others who need even more consolation than I do. Uncle Randolph and Aunt Bertha, you will have to forget as the years pass by that you are the parents of the guilty party. And you, Mr. and Mrs. Strable, there's very little I can say to sustain you. And to you, Mrs. Cooper, I offer our deepest apology for the unfortunate interruption of your beautiful aria. I would like to go on, but straight's too much.
Doctor. Do you know where they were going?
No, sir.
Fogdell, we've been together for 30 years. You've never lied to me. Now tell me, do you know where they were going?
Yes, sir.
Get your hat and coat.
Very well, sir.
Get a cab and tell the driver to go like lightning.
Very well, sir.
Fogdell, I think they should have a honeymoon, don't you?
I think so, sir.
Now, hurry. She was packed by E.F. Strable to be served at Albert's table. But that Henry changed the label. That's poetry.